In this episode, we're going to look at a Sony microsystem. This one's called a CMT EX1. It's a CD player, an AM/FM radio, and a couple little speakers. I got this for free. It was on Facebook, give it away. I went out and picked it up today. Guy tells me it doesn't work. Got a CD jammed in it. This is kind of unique though because it has a CD that you can actually see spinning. It's cool to look at this one. Check it out. So look what I picked up today. Got this for free. It's a Sony CMT EX1 compact disc player. The disc actually loads vertically and it spins so you can see it spinning. I thought that was kind of cool, especially since the price was right. It was free. Now this one has a problem. Apparently the disc will not eject. And who knows what the other problem is. Here are the speakers that came with this too. Matching little speakers that would sit right beside it. Wood, real wood too. Made in China. 4-ohm speakers. I got a pair of speakers with it, and the speaker terminals are actually on the bottom for these. So anyway, this is the unit. You can put it's got a CD output, tape in and out. There's the speakers on the back here, AM antenna, FM and coaxial antenna. And anyway, apparently the CD will not eject. So let's figure out why. Got some dirt in behind the display as well on this. It will not eject the disc. It just tried. See, like. I think we may have a belt problem or something on this. Yeah, it's got a belt problem for sure. That's why the tray is not lifting. Either that or a switch is going bad. But regardless, we got to take it apart and get the disc out, and then maybe change a belt or whatever is causing the problem, and make it work. And we'll see how this one performs. I wonder if this plays MP3s or just audio CDs. I guess I'll find out once I get the disc out of it what it will play. Got a nice chunk of glass on the front. That's glass, not plastic. You can tell by the color. It looks kind of green. Cool looking unit. And how does this lift off? I imagine, there we go. That comes off just like that. And, oh, look at this. All this dirt. I'm going to go over and dust this off with the air compressor. Observe when I load and unload this. I think it's just got a loading belt here, and it's probably this loading belt is no good. So power on. We'll just watch this gear down here spinning. Right there. Okay, eject. Yeah, that's what's wrong. That belt is slipping. Okay, so we know what we need to do. We need to change that belt. How do I go about changing that belt? And it looks like this. Well, I was going to say it looks like the bracket lifts out, but maybe not. Let's figure this one out on how to change that belt easily. So I'm just winding it up manually. This will push the mechanism up all the way. Okay, so this belt needs to be replaced, and I'm trying to think of the easiest way to do it. It might be just to slip the belt off and try to bring it between the teeth of the gears. If I can get it through here, I can get it through the teeth of the gears and okay. get it to go through the teeth of the gears, I should be able to get the old belt out and get the new one in. The same way. Yeah, I'll get a bit of grease on it. That'll clean off pretty easy. There we go. Okay, there's the old belt. I just have to find a belt that's a little smaller than this. I'll go through my collection and see if I can find one. I have a slightly smaller belt. Let's see if I can get this one back in the same way that the other one came out. We'll just try to bite it through the gears. Turn the gear and put the belt through it. That way I can get it on the other side. I'm trying to not have to take this thing apart. That's what I'm trying to avoid, taking apart the mechanism. Because, you know, if there's an easy way to do something, I will figure out a way to do it. Especially when it's mine. Just like that. Okay. Belt is through on the other side of the gear here. Now I gotta just fish it over top of the pulley. Not a lot of room to work in this thing, as I've discovered. This was the fun part, getting that belt in place. And then I realized the reason why. There's a post on the other side that is blocking the belt from going into the groove of the pulley on the back side, which I don't see from this perspective. It took a bit of fiddle farting around to get the belt in place, and then finally I got it in place. So the reason this belt was so difficult to get on, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but in behind here, and get the light in there just the right way, you will see that there is yet another metal post right here. This is support for this other gear. The belt has to squeeze in behind this post. And it was no trouble getting the belt between the two gears, but to get the belt in behind that post there was a challenge. And it took me quite a while to get that belt in, so it might have been faster to disassemble the entire unit than what I ended up going through, but it's on now. So I think now we'll just get some isopropyl alcohol and I'll clean the belt off because it's got some grease on it, which will cause it to slip, I'm sure. But we'll just run this over the belt here and clean it off. There, okay, I've cleaned the grease off. Now let's check out this little CD player, how to operate. I'm going to end up taking this apart anyway because I got to clean it. It's dirty. There's dirt inside here. You can see all this dirt down the bottom there. There's the optical pickup. You can see the optical pickup there. But let's just drop a CD. I don't know what this is. Guaranteed it's not something that I like. But that's how it works. It spins up and it reads. And it says there's 13 tracks on here. I'll hit play. That part's playing apparently. Okay. Now we got to clean this up because there's a lot of dust inside here. Now how do I get this part apart? I wonder. There should be a couple of screws, I would think, that hold this on. I think these are probably just these screws on the bottom here are probably what holds this faceplate on. So let's remove them and see if I can get the wood off of this unit and get it clean. Get the air compressor and blow all the dust out. This one's from 1999, this receiver. It says December 99. Okay. That will lift off just like that. Okay. And then this other front should lift off. I'll unplug the power. A couple more screws in the front here, and this front should lift off, and then I can clean it out. Oh, real glass. It's quite heavy too. All right, let's dust this off. Get all the dust bunnies out of here. Get a dry, clean cloth to wipe that clear. I'm going to clean the inside of this glass with some Windex because it's filthy. I was using Windex to clean this part out, and I also want to raise the tray up. Hopefully it's not going to fall apart with the glass off, but I do want to clean in behind it as well. So power on, open. There we go. Now I can clean under here with my cloth that's wet with Windex. Okay, I got the glass looking very clean on the inside. Put it back on. I still see some dust. Gotta get that dust out of there. It's gonna drive me absolutely crazy if I see any dust on the inside, even though dust is gonna collect on it just from the way that it operates. But if I have any dust in there right now, when I put it together, it's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. So let's just wipe it all out. Okay, put the front panel back on and throw a couple of screws in that, and then put the wood surround on, and then we'll test this thing out, see that it works. I guess these screws have to come out on the top here first. Side panels go on after the top goes on, I would think. Okay, top cover goes on like this. That sits in there. And then these panels flip on the side. Okay, that should have this back together and ready to test. Let's see how it works now. Open. It reads the disc. Okay. That part's working. Let's hook up some speakers and test it out. Okay, let's just try it with one of my Music Bakery CDRs. Bad sound, actually. It's actually very good sound. This would have had a remote control. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. Playing all the tracks so far, so good. You can probably notice the disc is slowing down. I guess kind of neat that you can see the disc spinning. That would have been the selling feature of this little compact system is, well, you can see the disc spinning. Because everybody likes to see things spinning around, right, while they're listening to music. Like, that's part of the appeal of putting on a vinyl, is you can just see the record turning. Well, now you can see the CD spinning. I'm totally impressed by how good these little speakers sound. It's like, wow. I imagine that this probably was a few bucks when this was new. I take it there were grills on here on the speakers that maybe were optional and they've been removed. The speakers. Oh, what happened there? There are more than 16 tracks on this disc. Why did it stop? Interesting. It appears that it just shut down. What's going on? That is weird. Like, it appears it just it's not opening or closing or anything. It's like what the heck happened to it? Well, it was working. What the hell? That's weird. That is totally bizarre what happened there. It was playing fine until I got to what, track 16? I think the CD player has a problem still somewhere in here and reading the outer tracks. Something's wrong. Maybe the pickup is sticking. I wonder if there's dirt in the gear, because this disc is recorded all the way out to the end. I'm thinking maybe there's some debris inside the traverse, and that's why when it gets to a certain point it just stops. Because again, I give it a smack and away it goes, and this thing has so much dirt in it. I'm thinking maybe there's more than likely some dirt that's inside the mechanism that's causing it some issues. I guess I will be taking this thing apart. Well, I got it to play out to track 18, so I don't know whether it was just something that was causing the pickup to stick or what. It might have been just some debris in the track, and it worked its way past it, because it did play it. Right, track 17, track 18. This is the last track on the disc. So there might be some debris in the track there. That's why I'm thinking maybe the laser is getting stuck. So so I think I'm going to have to get in there and see if it just needs to be cleaned up. Try a different disc in this one and just see if it plays this other CDR any better. This one's got 20 tracks on it, so let's see if it'll play all the tracks on this one, or whether it hangs up on this one as well. This one's got CD text on it too. These are all the tracks of the names of the songs, by the way, Music Bakery tracks. This was ripped right off the original CD. I have the original CDs that we purchased years and years ago, and this is just a rip from the CD itself when I made a copy of it for testing. You see how slow the disc is getting. This one here seems to be playing fine. It might have just been that disc. Okay, here's track 20. Right, track 20 is right out at the very edge of the disc itself. And there it is. The other disc is you see it's got a number of scratches on it, so that might have been giving it some trouble when I was playing some of the outer tracks. There's a fair number of scratches on there, so that may have been why I was having trouble with this disc. Plus you can see it's got some scuffs where CD player as if dropped it while it was spinning on the platter, so that may have been why we were having some trouble with this disc. And this other one's playing fine because it's playing all the tracks. As you can see, this is track 20 that's playing. That's the last track on the disc. It's playing it fine, so I gotta think that the player itself is probably okay, and I'm going to leave it at that. We'll check the radio, make sure the radio works. I'll just plug in that 10 into it here. It doesn't like to be bumped around, as you can see. Radio, tuner. My tester is on 87.5. Oh, there it goes down to 87.5. There we go. That's what's. And then my other tester is at 107.9. You sure know? Oh, definitely cannot let that play. I have two little test transmitters, right? I think I showed the other one that they're little MP3 players with transmitters. So I kind of have two of them running here. One for stuff that I can play, and one for stuff that I can listen to but not play. Anyway, I think this one's good. Just needed a belt. I think it's kind of cool. The visible CD. I like it. The price was right. Weird. Okay, well, seems to be working. I'm going to throw it together and I'll use it. I'm going to keep this thing. I got it for free, so I'm not complaining, but I think it's kind of cool and it sounds pretty good. And I might end up just taking this up and replacing the big ugly NAD and Denon CD player that I use to listen to in my bedroom to listen to at night when I like to listen to CDs once in a while. I might just take this up and put this on my headboard because it's small and it's compact. Takes up a lot less space than the other one, and seems to be working. And I probably have a remote control that will work this. But anyway, I think it's kind of cool. The fact that you can see the disc spinning gives you something to watch while you're listening to music. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.